Hello friends and Assalamualaikum. Welcome to my channel. I'm your designing developer. My name is Inshal. I am a full stack developer and graphic designer. Today I will show you how to build one Tic Tac Toe game in Python. And I hope you will also enjoy this project like my previous project of Python. But first of all, you have to just hit the subscribe button. Then after it, you have to also hit the notification bell from which you will be getting all the notifications of my video when I will be uploading. And from that, it will be also help for you and it will be also help for me, because from that you will be learning more new things, more new clones and more new projects which I will be uploading in future, and the previous one also which I have just already uploaded. And I hope you will be also enjoying many others which I will be uploading in future. So now here we will be starting with our tic-tac-toe project. Now you can see we have just made this tic-tac-toe game or project, you can say. So this, you will be thinking like we just work with PyCharm text editor. So what is this text editor? Okay, so this text editor is Replit. So this Replit is a text editor from which you can just work any of your work, but the tic-tac-toe game you have to only work here, but you can't work in the PyCharm text editor. You can also work it in Atom text editor, but here I'm using this Replit text editor because it is a free text editor, open source text editor, and it's also provide you many of the other features and quality which you need to just build your tic-tac-toe game which we are building. So here now we will be starting building, but first of all I'll be telling you how to just go here. So this is Replit. It is not a text editor which you have to download like we download VS Code, Atom, PyCharm. You don't have to download that. Just you have to open your new tab. Just write here Replit like that. Okay, so this is correct spelling. So you have to just write simply. It is not like that. You have to write Replit like that. Press enter, and the first link will be coming the Replit, the collaborative browser based IDE. Okay, so you can just use that here to just work with, or there are many other IDE which you can just use at the Google. So here you have to only use a Google IDE here. So because of that I'm working with this. So here if I press that Replit here, so simply you can see this will open. Then you have to do one thing, like you have to just log in or sign up. If you don't have account, so you have to sign up here and then work with, but I have just already account, so I have to just log in here, then it will be work. But you can also like sign up here if you want, and then when you've just done that all things, simply press start coding. That will be asking to sign up. So here I'll be pressing login. Simply I'll be pressing Google account because I have to just log in with my Google account here. Then it will be take some time to just open here. So you can see now my eyes have been open because I've just already make account. Then you can just create any of your like there will be many of the languages package here, so you can just work with any of the language. So here we are working with Python, so I will be working and making a Python directory. You can also make any other directory, or you can also change its color theme, like it is light, you can change it to dark like I've done, and you can also change it to light if you want. So I'll be changing it to light so you can see the codes which I am writing. Now simply I'll be opening new file here, you can see, which I've just already made. So for taking a new file, just press that here add file project, or if you want to add a folder or directory, you can just add that to just add that. Then you have to write your file name, and you have to also add .py here, which is really important to write in that. So when you've done that, just you have to save that and it will be work. So when you've done that, you can see we are getting the main new like .py file. Now simply when you've done that, just here I will be coming and I'll be writing a comment here. So here I'll be writing like that signs here means dashes, you can say that. Then after it I'll be coming and writing here like global variables. Simply I'll be writing simply like that. And when you've done that all thing, just I'll be coming here and I'll be writing board project will help. Okay, so I'll be not writing project, I'll be writing package. Board project will help you to contain your like the signs which you are working with. So I'll be writing O and X. So these are the signs which we have to use in tic-tac-toe game. So these both signs will be this board which we will be just making first of all, then we will be making this signs and connect with this board. So when we just write any sign, so it will be just coming, so it will be connect with this OX which we have written here. And when we will be writing any of the like O or X, so it will be coming in board which we will be making. So here simply I'll be coming writing board equal, then here I'll be writing like that. So simply when you've done that, just if I come and you can see it is written like that. Simply I'll be writing dash, then here, and simply same thing here also. So till here when you've done with that things here, so when you've done that, just you have to do one thing, write comma here also, then come forward of that, then write this sign again. Just you have to write a space bar so we can just get space here, then dash here also and here also. So till here when you've done that, just scroll down here again, then I'll be going forward here. So just go that here. So till here when you've done with that thing, simply you have to just do one thing here, like I'll be writing that again, create this sign here, and I'll be also writing this. And when you've done with that, just you have to simply do nothing, just it is done. So when you've done with that things, just you have to do one thing, like here it is done to go, so you can just work with that thing which you are working with. So here I'll be just doing one thing, like I'll be going forward, and here I'll be just coming, and you can see till here we have done. I hope you understand that all thing which we are making here. So when you've done with that, just I'll be coming here and I'll be writing another thing which should be like let us, and I'll be writing let us know, so like there is written if the game is over yet. So it means like it will be telling you this comment I have written, so you can just remember what code I am writing and what is about. So it will be telling you like your game is over or not, because if you just write again and again unlimited time, so your game will be not over and you will be writing your OX sign again and again. So because of that, it just tell you like your game is over or not, and then it will be just finished and your run will be stopped. So if I just run and check that, by you can press Control Enter to just run, or you can also press this run button to run, and you will be thinking like where is the terminal of that. So here it is, you have to run here simply. So do this run button, I'll be pressing simply Control Enter, and you can see it has been just run here. So now here I'll be closing this here, and just I'll be doing coming that here. So when you've done with that, here you can just run that by stopping. You can stop that. This was the stopping button. When I just stop that, so it will be also stop. Then if I go here, you can see now there is written like game is still going true. So here you have to do one thing, like I'll be coming here. Here I'll be writing game. So it is not any of the tag. It is simple like command, you can say. So here I'll be writing game is still going. I'll be equal to true. So take care about one thing when you are writing like equal to true. So this true, like T should be capital in the first, and then if you want to just take it to small this T, so I can do that here, but still you have to just take it to capital here, because this is T which is really important to get, and it should be just capital here. And here you can see we are also getting like this game is still going, which we are just getting here at the starting, which is just, and you can see that which is just coming game, and here we are getting still, and there is going. So it means like it will be telling your game is still going or not, because sometimes when it's give error, so your game is not just working and it is just stopped automatically. So because of that, it just tell you your game is working or not. So simply here you don't have to save, because it will be automatically save your all the codes which you are writing. And for saving a file, just you have to do nothing, close that, repel it, and then automatically your files will be saved, and you can just go again and check that file which you have saved here. So when you've done with that, just you have to go here again. So you can see there's written tell us who is the winner, because here we have to also see like who is the winner, O or X, or means first user or second user. So here I'll be just coming, I'll be writing tell us the winner. So here it will be telling you the winner, this code which I am just writing underneath here. So you can see there is written like tell us who the winner is. So simply I'll be writing tell us who the winner is. So it will be telling you like now who's the winner is. So if the game is tie, so because of that I'm not writing it, so the winner will be just coming on loser. It will be just tell you like your game is tie or not. So simply I'll be coming here and I'll be writing here like winner equal, and simply I'll be changing that to none. So when you've done that, just you have to close that simply, and here I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be closing that, and here I'll be going that, and you can see this none is not working still here, because here we are just not writing this and which is just in the starting capital. So you have to take that in capital. So simply I'll be writing n, which should be in capital, by pressing caps lock. So you can see now it is having a blue color. So if it is highlighted with any of the color, but if it is highlighted with the red color, so see like it is giving error, but it is highlighted with any other color like yellow, blue, or any other, so you will be thinking like this is just working now. So you can see like that now my none tag is working and there is not giving any error. So you don't have to close that, because this close tag is not in Python. Simply you don't have to do nothing, just now we will be starting with another tag. So I hope you understand what this tag means and what it does. So simply I'll be coming underneath here now, and just I'll be doing one thing, like you can see there is written now tell us who the current player is, X goes first. So here I'll be writing simply go here, and here I'll be writing tell us who the current player, okay, so simply write correctly player is, and here in bracket I'll be writing like X goes first. So it's mean like this tag means it will be telling you like who is the current player. Okay, means who is the current player means like who is the current player who is just playing the game, like X is playing or O means first user is playing or second user. So it tell you like this user is playing, like if X is playing, so it will be telling you the X, then if it O is playing, so it will be telling you the O. or you can also set it like first user or second user if you are just confusing with that, but I think it is not confusing, it is good. So you can set O or X to just define that. So simply now when you're done with that, just I'll be going to this file, and you can see now there is written like current player equal to, in this columns we are just writing X. So here I'll be simply coming, and now here I'll be just coming, and first of all I have to check one thing, it is perfect. So here I'll be writing like current, and here I'll be writing like current player equal X, because first player should be just X, who will be writing this sign here of X. So first player should be just X to write a sign in our board which we have made, and then O will be the second one who will be writing the sign in board. So here when you've done with that, you don't have to close like I'm telling you. So simply you have to erase this from here also, because here is not any close tag. So simply when you've done that, now till here we have just done, and you have just defined these all things. So this is the first step which we have to do. Now the second step is of function. So now we have to define these all functions, so we can just connect our O and X which we have just made in our board. So now we have just still, I hope you understand, like current player, like it's tell you the current player who is just playing the game, and the first player will be just X to write the first like tag which you have to write. So till here I hope you understand that all things. Now you have to do one thing, just you have to come underneath here, and I'll be writing that to like this, so we can define our comment. And here I'll be writing this dashes here again. Okay, so when you've done that, just simply I'll be going here, and it is in like 18.9. Okay, so simply it is good. Come forward and create functions, because here we will be writing more than enough functions. So because of that I'm writing functions. Close that, and here simply come underneath, and now I'll be going to here, and if I just go to the top, so there you can see there's written play a game of tic tac toe. So simply I'll be coming here, and I'll be writing now play a game of tic tac toe. So now it will be telling you like you are playing the game of tic tac toe or not, and it will be also telling you like you are current playing this tic tac toe game or not. So simply when you've done that, just you have to do nothing, you have to just write tic tac toe, press enter now. And when you've done with that, just you have to also do one thing like that. So simply we have done that, and I'll be now writing like define play dash game. This is not dash, it is underscore, you can say. So now we have defined that, so it means like this, you can see that two hashtag. So we have just written this hashtag, after that we have just written a comment like play a game of tic tac toe. Now this define play game will telling you like you are defining to just play a game, means X and O means first user and second user. Now when you will be defining that, it will be just playing the game, because if you not define that, so nobody will be playing games. So if you just make that all things are not defined this play game tag, so nothing happens, you can't play any of the game here of any like X or O. So simply when you've done that, just I'll be going here, and you can see you have to just do one thing here, we have to write semicolon, because underneath we will be defining all the things which we have to define related to this game of tic tac toe. So just I'll be coming underneath here, then I'll be going here also again, then I'll be just doing one thing, I'll be going at the top, and here I'll be just coming, and I'll be writing the like show the, so here just write correctly, right, show the initial. And here I'll be just going forward again from here, then I'll be writing that show the initial game board. So it will be showing the initial game board like who is winning or who is just losing. Then if the winner will be just winner, so it will be given the winner, or the loser is loser, so it will be also given the loser. And the loser wins, so it will be also given the loser wins, because loser will be not win any of the way. So because of that, if loser wins, so things like it is error, because loser never wins, winner is only win. So here because of that it will be given error then. So when you've done that, now we have to define our board, because we have just made our board, we have to also define that, so we can just run that with the help of print tag at our screen. So simply I'll be writing display board, and here I'll be just closing this bracket, so I can define this display board at my terminal, or you can say run command which I am making. So simply you don't have to do nothing, just go here, and here I'll be writing just come underneath, and here I'll be just doing one thing, like I'll be going here also, and here I'll be writing like loop, but here first of all I'll be writing this tag, then I'll be writing that to like loop until, and just I'll be coming here, and I'll be changing that to like the game stops. So when you're done with that, so I'll be writing like winner, and I'll be just going here also, and I'll be writing winner or tie. So it means like it will be telling you like who is the winner, who and if the game is tied, so it will be also telling you. But I have not written the loser here, because I don't have to write loser, because loser is a loser, and it will be automatically telling you when you will be writing, so you don't have to write this loser here. So simply you can see we have done that, but there is given error sometimes here. Okay, so simply I'll be going to top, and here we don't have to write Okay, so we have just written that. So simply you have to do one thing, like here I'll be coming, display board has been defined, and here you have to do one thing, come here also again, then here simply I'll be going that, and here I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be just coming here and changing this to underscore, it is that. Okay, so now I'll be writing here like while game, and here I'll be writing that to still going. So simply when you've done with that things here, now here if I just go to this file here, then it will be just writing this semicolon. So now it will be telling your game is still going or not. If it is finished, so it will be just finish the game, and this command will be not run when your game is finished. But if your game is still going or it is not finished, so it will be just given like your game is not finished, and this command will be running again and again. So simply I'll be coming, and here I'll be just coming underneath here and writing like handle. So you can say that handle. So just I'll be writing handle. So if I just come here, and now you can see there is written handle a turn. So here I'll be coming and writing here like handle a turn. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here, and simply I'll be writing like handle turn underscore, then I'll be writing like player name, or you can say play game. So here I'll be writing player name. So simply here when you've done that, just here you have to not write the player name, because it will be telling you the player name, but we want like current player name. So simply I'll be writing current player with the help of this tag which I am defining. So when you've done with that, just you have to do nothing. We can't save here, because like I'm telling you, it will be automatically saves these things which we are just building off, and then it will be just showing you the like thing which you are just making here, and it will be just when you will be running that, it will be showing. So till here we can also check like what thing which we have made. So simply you have to do one thing, like I'll be coming here, and here I'll be pressing run to just run this command, and you can see that it is showing that. So I'll be coming here at my shell here, then here I'll be going to console, closing that simply, and here going to shell here and writing here like Python, and for running that, like I have just shown to the command. So here I'll be writing that like Python, and here simply I'll be changing that to like main new. Okay, so spelling is incorrect, .py, simply press enter now, and you can see nothing happens, because this file which we have written will be not coming here. So simply I'll be closing this. If I stops and run it again, so you can see it is just coming simply like that. It is not coming like which we have defined the things. So simply I'll be closing this, and when you will be defining that, your is coming, because I have just not written these files here. So simply when you've done that, stop that to running, come here and run now, and just you can see now what the things are coming. So if I just go here, and you can see these things are coming here. So but we don't want like that, we want our own things which we have to just make. So here if I run it again, you can see there's again coming. If I press 1, so nothing happens. So like that you can work with. If I close that and close here also, so it is good to go. So now you can work. So till here I hope you understand that all. Just I'll be coming here, and now it will be define the current player, like who is displaying the first user or second user, you can say X or O. So till here you have understand. Now I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here, and again I'll be defining like check if the game is over. So you can also write like check if the game is over yet. So simply I'll be coming here, and now this tag which I am writing like check game is over. So simply when you've done with that things here, so I'll be going here, and then there is written that. So simply I'll be closing that by writing this bracket. So it will be telling you like and it will be also checking that your game is over or not, and it will be also telling you like your game is still over. So it will be just given the answer like your game is over, or it is not over. So it will be just not running your command, and it will be just given error like your game is not over. So just go forward. So when you've done with that, so I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here, but before that I'll be just taking it correct. Then here when you've done that, just I'll be coming here again, and now I'll be changing this tag to like here I'll be now writing flip to other player. So simply when you've done that, so it means like it will be just flipping this tag which I am writing to other player. So now I'll be writing that to flip player. So it means like it will be flipping the player. So flip players means like it will be just, if you write X first of all, then in the second you have to write O. So because of that you are writing, because it's flip the player, so it is X to O. So it is flipping the player, like that means flipping user 1 to user 2. So you can work with that. Now here you have to define the things game is over, print the winner or tie. So here I'll be just coming, and here I'll be just going here also. Then now I'll be simply writing here like first of all since. So here I'll be writing correctly since the game. Okay, so I'll be writing since the game is over, print and I'll be just going here also. Then I'll be writing print the winner or tie. So it will be telling you like and it will be also printing like if your game is just not over, okay, or it is over yet. So it will be telling you the winner or tie or loser. So here when you will be just winning, so it will be just telling you the winner name. Then when it is will tie, so it will be getting both names here because it is tie. So because of that, so everyone is means like two user will be just winning that because of tie. So because of that, it will be giving the two users, and it will be also printing like who is the winner and who is the tied by terminal, which when I will be running that here. So simply you have to make like that. So when you've done with that, I'll be coming here and I'll be just writing here like if winner equal, then I'll be going forward, and here simply I'll be doing one thing like here I'll be writing x means if x wins or o wins, so we have to define that also simply. So here I'll be writing or player, or here I'll be writing or winner equal O. So simply when you run that, just not write 0 in that, you have to write O because sometimes you will just confuse with these things. So now simply I'll be writing print, and in this print tag I'll be just writing now winner plus won, because it will be telling you winner also, and the game won, it will be also telling you that. So simply space from here, space from here. So when you've done that, just you have to come here and write here like elif winner. So it is a command like else which you define that. So here I'll be coming and writing this none in capital like I'm telling you, simply writing this semicolon again, then writing print and tie. So now I will be telling you what it means. So it means like it will be telling you first of all like who is the winner is X or O, because we don't know who is the winner, we can't just tell it before playing that. So because of that, it will be first of all telling you like if the winner is X, so it will be just printing X, or if the winner is O, so it will be just printing the O in your terminal. And then if the winner plus won means if two players are winner, means there are one is written won and second one is winner, so both mean same. So because of that we have just written, so we can define two things here like X and O. So then it will be telling you like elif winner none, because it will be just tie, and because of that no one will be just won, everyone means two men or two user will be just won. And then it will be just printing tie at the screen, because two players when just having a tie, so it will be just printing like it is tie now. So now it will be not fair and your game will be over. So you have to just play that again by running that in your terminal, or you can say console. So like that you can work with. So simply when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing now. Here there is given error again and again. So first of all I have to check why the error is giving here. So just come here, and here we have just given error. So here you have to write like check if game. So simply do that, and then when you've done that, so here we have done that, and here I'll be also getting error again. So now what is happening here? So just go to the top, and there it is written display board. So here we have written that all. Then you have to just come here also, and all the thing is perfect, so you can just move on with that. So simply I'll be coming here, and now when you've done that, so I'll be now writing like one thing here, like I'll be writing display, and I'll be writing that to first of all go here and write the display the game board. And here I'll be writing first of all going to main, and I'll be writing to the screen. So when you've done that, simply these things you have to do nothing, just you have to do nothing, because it will be automatically save these things, so you don't have to do here nothing. So when you've done with that things, here you have to do one thing, like you have to just go to main, here main.py file. Then when you've done that, just you have to do one thing, here I'll be going up, and you can see now we have to define this numbers here, so we can define the board. So simply you have to write def display board. So here I'll be coming and writing here def display board, and here when you've done that, just you have to do one thing here, like I'll be going forward, and then you can see now the error is gone, because here we have to define display board, which we have defined at the top. Now here I'll be writing this brackets, writing semicolon, and coming underneath simply. So when you've done that, just now I'll be printing this backslash n. So this backslash means like enter. If you just press enter, so you can see you are in second line. So like that, when you write this backslash n in the print, so it means like you are just printing enter, means it will be just taken the tag which you will be writing underneath in second line like that. So this backslash n means like that. So I'll be coming underneath here, then here I'll be writing here print, simply write here board. And now when you've done with that things, you have to just come here, write 0, and here I'll be writing plus, and just when you've done that all, just I'll be writing this sign here, and this means like it will be just writing the like dash, means one vertical line which will be having at the like center. If I run you and show you like what line will be coming, so just go top, you can see this one line which is just coming, it will be just coming when we will be running the topping here. Then here I'll be closing this here and I'll be going back. So simply when you've done that, just I'll be going to my this file here which I have to make. Then here I'll be just going and writing plus icon again here. Then I'll be going here again and writing board 1. So simply define here. So when you've done that, just write plus icon again, go to your file, and here I'll be writing this vertical line again. So just go here and write board, and just I'll be changing that to 2. So when you've done that, I'll be writing plus icon again here, and simply I'll be changing that to like first of all. Okay, so here it is written like this 1 and 2. So here I'll be doing one thing, like first of all I'll be going here, and there we have not written plus icon simply. So here I'll be going back, create plus icon with that, and just I'll be coming here and going here also, and then writing here like 1. Okay, so but you don't have to write this semicolon simply. So I'll be writing 1, and here I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be writing this sign. So simply when you've done with that things, here I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here, then writing 2, and I'll be writing this sign again, and 3. So you can see we are just getting one space at the 3, like 1, 2 and 3. So when you've done with that, just you have to do one thing, like you have to just copy paste that all things which you have just writing, or you can write that again. So I'll be simply writing that again like board, and here now we have written board 0 to like board 3. So simply now I'll be writing like board 4, then you have to write that to plus icon, and here I'll be writing that this sign, then this icon again, create board, and now here I'll be changing that to, okay, so here I'll be writing board 3 now, because we have just written till board 2, board 4, then I'll be coming here also, and then writing this sign, create another thing which should be just having like board, and now I'll be changing that to board 5, because we have just written board 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here I'll be writing more than enough, then I'll be coming forward, and we have just written like 4. So here I'll be writing 4 gap, and just I'll be writing 5, and here also gap, and then 6. So till here we have defined, and I hope you understand that all things. Just I'll be simply going here, and now we have to define 8 and 9. So still here I'll be coming, creating print board, and then I'll be coming here also, and then writing here like we have defined till there. So I'll be now writing that to like 7, and here I'll be writing plus icon. Then here I'll be doing one thing, first of all closing that, and here now I'll be writing that to 6, because till 6 we have not defined that. So simply I'll be going here, and you can see one thing here. Okay, so it's good, you can define that. So here I'll be writing that, then I'll be writing board, here I'll be writing 7, then plus icon again, this sign you have to define that. So it means like this vertical line, like I've shown you at the terminal how it will look. Then here you have to write board icon, means board text, and here you have to write 8 now. So when you've done that, just write plus icon again, then you have to just give the gap at the end, and just I'll be writing that to 7, and I'll be writing that to 8, and here I'll be writing 9. So simply when you've done that, you have to just do one thing here, go here, and you can see all the things are perfect. So you can just now work with that things which you have to do. So simply I'll be coming, and here I'll be writing this tag which I am writing in second line, like I've telling you, like this backslash n means like first of all I'll be writing that correctly. So here I have to write in this so don't write this backslash n in like with that means with not this parentheses. You have to write this backslash n tag with parentheses, so it will be just looking good, and it will be also working. If you don't write that, so it will be not bad for you. And this backslash, like I'm telling you, this backslash n means like enter. If I press enter, so we are in second line. So like that, when you will be running that, you will be having this which I'll be writing underneath in second line. So when you've done with that things here, simply you have to do one thing now. Here I will be just going to my main.py, and you can see I'll be just scrolling down, and you can see now we have to define handle a 10 for arbitrary player. So here I'll be just coming here also, and then writing handle, and just I'll be going here, and simply I'll be writing a handle a ton. Okay, so simply write that, then go here again, go at the top, and then I'll be coming underneath here simply, and then I'll be pressing back here. So when you've done with that all thing, just I'll be going here, then there is written like for an arbitrary player. So when you've done with that thing there simply, so you have to do one thing again, like press enter here. So when you've done that, just now we have to define a def handle player. So this def means like define, and you have to define this handle turn player here. So just I'll be writing that simply, and when you've done that, just you have to do one thing in bracket right here player, then just write that sign and come underneath means semicolon. Then when you've done with that thing, just you have to write like get here, right here like get position from player. So when you've done that, this I'll be going here now, and then I'll be just changing this G to like capital G here simply. Then when you've done that, just I'll be going here and I'll be writing that to like print player. So right here like print player, and just go here again, then I'll be writing that to plus, and then I'll be writing that to like s turns. So here I'll be writing that. So simply when you've done with that things, you have to do one thing, like you have to just come underneath here, and this means like it will be telling you the next turn who will just next. So it will be just telling you that, and it will be just, I am giving the example of that. So it will be given like O turns, then it will be given X turns if it will be just after that. So I'll be coming here now and writing position equal input, and here I'll be just changing that to like choose position, and here I'll be going at the top, then I'll be writing 1 till 9, because like with in this board you can see we have just written 0 till like 9, but this 0 not count. So because of that we are defining 1 till 9 position. So you have to just define 1 till 9 position, and like when you will be pressing 1, so at the first board you will be writing your own like your own username like X or O. So it will be just coming at your first board which you will be writing. So simply I'll be coming here, and you can see till here we have defined. So I'll be going here, and you can see we have defined that all things. So when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming underneath here simply, and here when you've done that, just I'll be now writing like another thing which will be like what, but here you have to just give the gap, and I'll be writing whatever, and just go here in that simply, and just you have to write whatever the user inputs. So just write like that, whatever the user inputs, and write comma, then you have to just go here and just write here like make sure it is, and just go here also, and then I'll be writing a valid input. So it should be a valid input here. If you don't write anything, means you can just write any of the user input, but it should be a valid input. It should be just in letters, it should be not in number or anything like that. Or you can also not use any of the like symbols here. So I'll be coming underneath and just writing the spot. So simply I'll be writing the spot is open. So here when you've done that, just I'll be coming here, and you can see everything is perfect. So you can now define, and here we have to write the, so here I'll be writing that the spot is open. So I'll be just coming underneath here. So now here you have to write like valid equal false. So here you have to also write this false, F should be just capital in the starting. So just go here and write while not valid. So simply close and come underneath here also, and then I'll be writing that to like make sure, and when you've written that, just you have to do one thing, like the input is valid. So the input should be just valid, just make sure about that. And here you have to come and write back while position. Simply you have to do one thing here, like while position not in, and here I'll be writing 1, and when you've done that, just I'll be coming here and I'll be writing that to like 2, and then 3, and here I'll be also writing that to 4, but simply you have to write like that, and here I'll be writing that to like 5, and then I'll be writing 6. So when you've done with that, just I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be writing, and here I'll be writing 7, and here I'll be writing that to 8. So when you've done with that things here, simply I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here and writing that to like position, and just I'll be doing one thing here like position, but first of all I'll be writing here like position. Simply write like that. So when you've done with that things here, you have to do one thing, like write equal input, and just write here like choose, and write choose, and just I'll be going here again, then there is written like choose a position from 1 till 9 again. So simply write that thing again. So when you've done with that, here you have to do one thing, like here you have to scroll down, and you can see we have just written get correct index in our board list. So here I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here, and then I'll be changing that to like get, but first of all I'll be going here and just go to the first file which you are just working with. So here I'll be writing that, you can see that there is written here like get correct index in our board list. So here I'll be writing like get correct, and here I'll be writing that. So when you've done with that, just go here again, then I'll be writing get correct index in our board list. So here I'll be writing that. So when you've done with that, so here I'll be doing one thing, I'll be coming underneath also, then I'll be going here writing position equal, and here just when you've done that, go here also and write init, means init tag, then I'll be writing position here. So when you've defined that all things, simply you have to write this -1. So here we have just done that. So now when you've done with that things, you can just run and check that's working or not, and I think it will be work because till here we have defined many things, and it will be just really helpful when you will be defining that, and we will be just erasing these errors here when we will be writing all the codes at the bottom. So till here I hope you understand, and when you've done that all things, just you have to do another thing like, so when you've done that all thing, just you have to do another thing like, just I'll be going to this file, and here first of all I'll be going to second file. You can see we have defined till position underscore init position. Okay, so it means like it will be defining grammarly this second position which we have to write in our board, and with this -1 which we have written, just simply I'll be going to this file, and here I'll be scrolling down to see what should be the second code here. So just scroll down here, you have to also scroll down from here, and you can see now there is another command like then also make sure the spot is available on the board. But here if I just do, okay, so it is perfect, so you can do that. So here I'll be coming writing here like then, first of all write then here, then I'll be going forward and I'll be just coming here, and there is written like also make sure, then forward you have to just come and write here the spot is available. So just write that, but just spelling should be correct. So when you've done that, just here when you've done that all things, just you have to do another thing like I'll be writing on the board. So you can see now it is perfect. So I'll be coming underneath here, then here you can see when you've done that, just now I'll be writing like if board, and you can see now we have to define our board which we have written at the top, at the second and at the top also. So here I'll be coming now, and here I'll be defining its position, and here I'll be writing that equal, and then I'll be going to my first file, and here I'll be writing this dash. Okay, so we have written underscore, you have to write dash. Now when you've done that, just you have to come here and just I'll be writing like valid equal true, then I'll be coming underneath here also, and then here this T you can see which we have written at the top, it means like it is capital. Okay, so here you have to take care of that, this T of 2 should be just capital, it should not be in small letters here. So simply I'll be doing one thing, I'll be going to this file here, and you can see we have defined. So now I'll be defining else. So here just go to this file again, I'll be writing print again, then here I'll be coming and going to this main, and just you have to write here like you can't, first of all go here, then we'll be writing you can't go there. So simply write here. So you can see we have done that, so it means like it will be telling you like you can't go there, because here we have just when it will be just you will be going to the same place which you have just written already, means you have just selected already the place by you or any other user, so you will be not gone again, because here if the position is select, so you not gone again and again in one position, you have to select another position to just go. So because of that, there is I've written you can't go there, go again, but when you will be just doing that, so it will be given the error like that. So when you've done that, just simply I'll be doing one thing like I'll be coming here now, and I'll be writing here like put, and here just write the put the game. Here just you have to come write that put the game piece on the board. So here it will be telling you to put the game piece on the board here. Okay, means like X or O, it should be just on the board which you will be writing. Now here I'll be writing like board position equal player. So simply when you've done that, just you have to write that, you don't have to write play games here. So it will be telling you to the position of player, what is the position of player which you have defined. So here I'll be coming, okay, so till else we have defined simply like that. Okay, so when you've done that, just I'll be coming here and writing this hashtag again, writing here like show the board, and just I'll be writing a space bar here also, and here I'll be writing show the game board. So here create that. So when you've done that all things here, so I have to do like go to the top again, then I'll be writing like display board. So here when you've done that, just you have to write this close bracket here, and then you have to just come here, and you can see it is perfect. Then I'll be scrolling down, and you can see till here we have defined. So here when you've done that, just I'll be coming here now, and here I'll be just first of all I'll be going to here again, then go here, and now here you have to write like check, and here I'll be writing that to like check if the, so here I'll be writing check if the winner is, and here I'll be going to this file here, and there is written like check if the game is over again. So here I'll be writing game is over again. So when you've done that, so here just you don't have to write again, because here it means like that. So now here I'll be defining that like that check if the, and here I'll be writing game over. So just write that here and just erase this because here we don't want. So when you've done that, just you can see we have defined that all thing. Just write this bracket to just close. Write this semicolon, come underneath here also again. Go here on this file and now simply you can see we have defined that all things, and now here you have to define like check to see if somebody has won. So here I'll be coming. First of all you have to go to top. Okay, so just go here now and you can see there is written here like check for winner, check for tie. So here I'll be writing like check for winner, and when you've done that, just you have to do one thing here, close that, and I'll be writing check for tie. So here you have to close that, and you can see we have done that all things now. And when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath and just writing here this tag again, and here I'll be writing that to like check. And when you've done that, just I'll be going here again and I'll be writing that to like check to see if somebody, and here I'll be doing one thing here like check if somebody, then I'll be going here and I'll be writing has won. So when you've done that, just I'll be going forward, and here I'll be writing like def check for winner. So here I'll be writing. So when you've done with that thing here, simply you have to do one thing, come here, write like that, and here I'll be writing set global winner. So when you've done that, now it will be telling you like then checking for winner, then your terminal will be just gone and checking for the winner, who is the winner of that, and then it will be telling you the winner. Then I'll be going here. Okay, so there is written like set global variables. So here I'll be writing variables simply. So just you have to press enter now here. So when you've done that, just you have to do one thing here, like I'll be writing like global winner. So just write here, come underneath and just write here like check, and here I'll be writing check if, and just I'll be going here and I'll be writing there was a winner. So when you've done that, just I'll be going here and I'll be writing anywhere. So when you've done that, just I'll be scrolling, means I'll be coming underneath and writing here like row winner equal, and just you have to go here and just write here like check, and I'll be writing check rows. And when you've done that, just you have to close here, and then I'll be going here also and just write check rows. Then you have to come here and just go here again, and then I'll be writing like column winner, and then I'll be just writing going here at the top again, then I'll be writing check columns, because it also check to like columns here, like how is the column and how many are rows, and we have to also define like how many are the diagonal winners here. So I'll be writing diagonal winner equal, and just you have to go here again, then you have to write like check underscore diagonals. You have to just close that by writing that, simply go at that, and here I'll be writing that to like get, come here again, and then I'll be writing get the winner. So here when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath simply, and here when you've done that, just now here you have to write that like if row winner, and when you've done that, just here I'll be going and then I'll be writing that to like winner equal row winner, and we have done that also. I'll be simply coming here and writing that to like elif column winner, then I'll be coming underneath also and writing that to like winner equal column underscore winner. So here I'll be just coming underneath also, and then I'll be changing that to like elif diagonal winner now. So here I'll be writing that, and here it will be, now we have to define this row winner, column winner, diagonal winner, which we have written at the top, because here we have to also define that underneath when we are defining that at the terminal. So first of all I'll be going here, then write here like winner equal diagonal underscore winner again, simply come underneath here, go ahead here, and now I'll be writing that to else. You have to come here again and then write that to like winner equal none. So simply do that. So when you've done that all things, just your n should be capital. Here if I just take it to small, you can see there will be just nothing coming. It is in black color and your color is also not highlighted. So here I'll be writing, and you can see color has been changed into blue now. So like if telling you can't save in that, so I'll be not saving that. Then if I just scroll down, you can see everything is perfect. Then you have to write like check the rows for a win. So here I'll be writing like check the rows for a win. So you can see we have written that. Simply I'll be coming here and writing like def check rows tag, which we have to define now. Close that here, and you have to come here also. Then I'll be writing here like set global. So right here, then I'll be going forward and here I'll be writing that, like, first of all I'll be coming here and there is written set global variable, so simply write that, and you have to just come here again and just write here like global, and here I'll be writing that to like global game is still going. So here you can see we have written that. So you have to also write this tag if you have just already written, so it will be just coming like that. So you have to just press enter, then it will be automatically created here. So when you've done with that thing there, simply come here and I'll be writing check if, and I'll be just going here also, and then I'll be writing any of rows, and just go forward again also, and then I'll be writing have all same, and just you have to come here also, and I'll be writing value, and I'll be writing and just you have to come here again, then I'll be writing is not, and when you've done that, just you have to come here and I'll be writing empty. So when I'm done with that, just I'll be coming here again, then I'll be writing like row underscore 1 equal, then I'll be coming here also again, then I'll be writing board. Okay, so I'll be writing board and just 0, then I'll be just going forward here also, and then you can see we have defined that. So here I'll be coming writing equal board. Now we have to define 1, then here I'll be writing equal board, but now I'll be defining 2 because we have defined 1 and 0 at the first. So here I'll be defining 2. So when you've done with that thing there, I'll be doing one thing here also like that, and just I'll be writing equal to and writing this dash here, and here I'll be doing one thing like I'll be now writing row 2 equal board, and I'll be now defining 3 equal board, and I'll be defining 4, then I'll be writing that to like equal board 5. So when you define that, just write the sign again, come underneath create row 3 equal board 6, and I'll be writing that to like board 7, and write it to like board 8. So when you've done that all things here, simply I'll be writing that sign. So when you've done with that things, you can see we have defined that. So here now you have to write if any row does have a match. So here I'll be writing if any row does have a match. So here I'll be doing one thing like I'll be coming and writing flag there, and just go forward again, then I'll be writing is a win. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here and I'll be doing one thing like I'll be coming underneath create if row 1, go forward and write or row 2, and I'll be writing that simply. So here I'll be doing like that. So when you've done that, just I'll be going forward and write it to like or row 3. So here I'll be coming underneath, then going here again and writing game still going again, which is just written the tag where we have just written previously. Then I'll be writing here equal to false, because here we are writing false. So if you just do one thing, like if you just not write it false, or if you write true, so you have to write T should be capital if you want this game is still going, or if you don't want to finish that, you can write true, but in one time we also want to just finish our game. So because of that, I want to finish that by raising this false tag here. So simply when you've done that, just you have to do one thing here, like I'll be coming underneath and I'll be doing one thing here, like I'll be just going here, and you can see we have just written like return the winner. So we have to also write like who is the winner is. So I'll be going to top, and here we have to write return the winner. So just you have to come here, right here like return the winner. So it means like it will be just returning the winner, like who is the winner and who is the loser. It will be only given the name of winner, you get because the loser is loser, and it will be not given the game of means name of loser. So it will be only given the name of winner who will be just winning this game. Okay, means it will be just given X or O, because there are 2 users which we are just making, or you can also add 4 to 5 users here, and you can also add your own games like that. So now here we have written, so I'll be writing if row 1, because first of all I'll be defining row 1 which we have written at the top, and then I'll be writing semicolon coming underneath here, writing return board 0 which we have written. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here writing if row 2, and just come underneath here, and I'll be coming here, and you can see there is in board 3, because here you can see in the row 1 in the starting we have written board 0, then row 2 board 3, then row 3 we have written board 6. So we have to define these things there, we don't have to define whole things which we have written. So simply define first board which we have written of row 2 3. So in row 3 we have defined the first board of like return board 6. So here I'll be writing that. So from that it will be returning all the boards here. So you have to only define the first board of every row which you have written, or if you want to write more rows, so you can write that. So you can see simply every time, so here you have to write like or return none if there was no winner. So here I'll be just coming here, and then I'll be writing or return none if there is no winner. So here it means like it will be just given none at the print, because here it will be not winner if the game is tie, or there are two losers, means that game will tie, or there will be two winners or two losers. So it will be just given none, because no one will be just winning. The game should be tie, so it will be printing the tie. There was no winner. Here I'll be writing. So here I'll be writing like there if there was not a winner. So here when you've done that all thing, just I'll be coming here writing else, and here I'll be coming underneath also, and then writing that to like return none. Okay, when no one will be won, so it will be just returning the none here. So when you've done with that things here, simply you have to do like go here, and now here you have to define like check the columns for win. So here I'll be coming and writing here like check the columns for win. So just you have to write here. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here again, and here I'll be just writing for a win. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here and writing like def check columns simply, and you have to close that here. Then you have to go here again and write that sign here. Then you have to write like set, but here you have to write hashtag, not 3. So write set, and just you have to come here and you can see write set global variables again. So just write that with the help of this tag again. Just come underneath here, go here again. Then you have to write like global game still going. So here you have to just come, and then I'll be writing here like check if, and just I'll be going here and writing any of the columns, and I'll be going forward in that. Then I'll be writing that to like have all same, go forward again. Then I'll be writing value, and just go here and I'll be writing and this, and then you have to come here not empty. So when you've done with that, so I'll be coming underneath here again. Then I'll be going here. So when you've done that, so I'll be now writing that to like column 1. So here you have to now define columns, because we have defined now row. So here I'll be writing board 0 equal board 1. Then you have to write equal board, and then write it to 2. So simply when you've done that, just you have to write equal to like this sign, simply write this dash. So here I'll be going that, and you can see we have defined that all things. So simply I'll be coming here and defining column 2 here. So here you can also copy paste that all things if you want. So here I'll be writing that to board 3. Then I'll be writing board 4, and here I'll be also writing like board 5. Simply close that by writing these tags again. Simply now write column 3. So right here, then equal to board, and just you have to change it to 6. So right here, and I'll be writing board 7, and I'll be changing that to like board 8. So when you've done with that, just you have to write this sign again, close here. So simply when you've done that, just you have to come here and write like if row, and just go here if row does. Okay, so just come here, and then if there is written like if any row. So here I'll be writing if any row does. Then you have to just go forward, come here, write have a match. So here you have to write flag, and then you have to come here also, and then write that there is a win. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here. So it means like when any of the row like it is having a match, means like from vertical, horizontal, or like from like that angle like we just having in Tic Tac Toe. So it will be just winning for a user which is just having this match. So that because of that I'm writing that here. So now when you've done that, just I'll be coming here writing if column 1, and then I'll be going here and writing or column 2. Okay, means if the column 1 means like if the user wins from column 1, column 2, or column 3. So like that if the user wins from like row 1, row 2, or row 3. So here I'll be writing or column 3. So right here. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here again. Then I'll be writing that to like game still going equal false, because here we have to just do like when the game should be finished. So it will be coming like game is over. So it will be not going like unlimited times. But if you want to do that to do so we're doing like unlimited times, so you can do that. But my opinion is not to do here. Then I'll be writing like return the winner. Who will be the winner? It will be just showing on the screen. So here I'll be coming again, and I'll be writing now if the column 1 like simple things I'll be defining. Then you have to define like board, but here first of all I'll be coming, and here you have to write like return board 0. Like I've telling you in row when we are just written at the top here, this is the return row. So like that you have to also write the first column of every board means first column of every board. You can see like this is board 0 at the first, then in column 2 we'll be writing board 3. So from that we'll be defining all the boards here automatically. So here now in column 1 there is board 0 at the first, so I'm writing that. Then in column 2 there is board 3 at the first, so I'll be writing. Then column 3 there is board 6, so I'll be writing that underneath. So when you've done that, so I'll be coming here writing if column 2 now simply, and I'll be writing that to return right here board 3. So when you've done that, so I'll be now writing another thing. First of all, I'll be pressing backspace. Then you write here like if column 3 equal return board, and I'll be writing that 4. So when you've done with that all thing, just you have to do one thing here, like here it is not 4, it is 6. Okay, so it was my mistake, sorry for that. And you can see we have just written 6. I'll be going here, and okay, so here we don't have to define this thing, we are just writing elif here. So just you have to write that simply right here, but at the top we have to do that. So I'll be writing 1 here, 2 here. So now it is good. So when you've done with that thing, then you can see now there's written or return none if there was no winner. So here I'll be writing like or return none if there is and here I'll be going in here, and then there was no winner. So here I'll be writing that. So when you've done that, simply come underneath here, go here again, and I'll be writing else return none, because here this n should be just capital, so we can just highlight with another color, and this tag should be also working good if I just do that by writing first letter should be capital of n. Then I'll be just scrolling down, and you can see we have to write like check the diagonals for a win. So I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here, and then I'll be coming here also, and then writing check the diagonals, and here I'll be going here, and I'll be writing for a win. So here you have to write win. So when you're done with that, simply you have to come here, write def check, come here, and here I'll be writing that to def check diagonal. So here you have to write. So when you've done that, simply close this bracket by writing this, write this semicolon simply here, and you can see when you've done that all things. So I'll be coming here again, and now there is written like global variables, but first of all you have to write set global. Okay, so I'll be writing set global variables. So when you've done that, just I'll be simply coming underneath, and now here you have to write that to like global game is still going, because here we have to define this tag here. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here writing check if the game, and here when you've done that, just I'll be writing check if any of, and here I'll be coming here, and I'll be writing if any of the columns all, and here I'll be just coming at here, then I'll be writing of the columns have all the same value. So here I'll be writing have all the same value. So when you've done that, just I'll be going here now, and you can see there is written like and here I'll be writing and is, and when you've done that all, just I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here, and here I'll be just scrolling down so I can check. Okay, so there is written not empty. So here I'll be writing. So when you've done that, just simply you have to come underneath here, and you can see there is written like diagonal 1, because here now we have to define diagonal. So here I'll be writing diagonal 1 equal to like board 0 equal board 1. Okay, so just write that. Then I'll be writing board 2. So when you've done with that, so I'll be writing this tag closing here by writing this. So here I'll be going, and you can see we have just defined this 0 4 8. So here I'll be writing that 0 4, and here I'll be writing that to 8. So when you've done that all thing, just now I'll be writing diagonal, and here I'll be changing that to diagonal 2, which will be board having here to like 2, and I'll be writing that to like board 4, and I'll be writing that to like 6. So here when you've done that all thing, just you have to write this sign here, just you have to close, and you can see we have done with that things. So simply when you've done that, just write here like if any row. Okay, so I'll be writing if any row does match, and here I'll be coming here and does have a match. So here I'll be writing does have a match. So here I'll be going forward, and then writing that like flag there was a win. So when you're done with that thing, just you have to come here, and you can see there is a win. Here it is written there is a win. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath, and I'll be writing if diagonal 1, and I'll be writing or diagonal 2. So here when you've done with that thing, simply So here I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be writing that to like game, and I'll be writing game is still going. And then when you've done with that things here, simply, so I'll be writing equal false, because we don't want to game should be just going unlimited, it should also be finished at one time. So here we have to write that. Then we have to again write like return the winner simply. So when you've done with that thing, just you have to do one thing, like just write it correctly, like return the winner. So when you've done that, just you have to come underneath here, go here again, then there is written like if diagonal 1. So here I'll be writing like if, and I'll be writing that if diagonal 1. Then I'll be coming underneath here, you have to just come write return code 0. So here I'll be writing. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath, right, if diagonal 2 return code. Then I'll be coming here and just writing that to like 2, because here you can see at the diagonal 1 there is written 0, and then at the diagonal 2 there is written 2 at the starting. So because of that I have written that here at the first and at the second, like that. So when you've done with that, so I'll be simply going here and there's written or return none if there was no winner. So here I'll be writing like or, and I'll be writing or return none if there, and here I'll be writing if there was no winner. So when you've done with that things, I'll be going here and you can see now it is good. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming and writing else return, and this none should be in capital N. So here I'll be writing, and you can see now it is perfect. So when you've done with that things here, we can't save here. So because of that I will be doing nothing, just go here and you can see now here you have to define this tag which we have written like check if there is tie. So here I will be coming and I'll be just writing here like that, and here when you've done that, just I'll be writing that to like check if there is tie. So here I'll be writing that check, and I'll be writing that check if there is tie. So when you've done with that things here, I'll be going here and you can see we have just working. So I'll be writing that check, and I'll be writing that check if game is over. So you can see here it is, press that and you can see it is working. So here I'll be coming, okay, so there is written check, and here if I come, so there is written check for tie. So simply I'll be writing that. So when you've done that, just you have to close and you have to come underneath here that, and when you've done with that things, then there is written like set global variables again. So I'll be writing set global variables. So when you've done with that here, so I'll be coming underneath writing here like global game is still going here. So I'll be writing that. So when you've done with that things here, and now it is done, so I'll be coming here again, then here you have to write like if board, and I'll be going forward here again, then there is written if board is full, come underneath, go to main, and here you can see there is written if, and here I'll be writing like not, and just you have to come here again and I'll be writing if board, and then you have to close and come underneath here again, then I'll be writing that to like game is still going, and here when you've done that, just I'll be coming writing that to false. So here when you've done with that here, so I'll be coming underneath here again and I'll be writing that to like return, and I'll be writing that true, because this T of true should be just in capital, like I'm telling you, this F or false will be also capital. So you can see we have done with that. So I'll be coming here writing else, then going here and there is else there is, and here I'll be writing that no tie, because if there is one winner or one loser, so it will be not tie, it will be just changed into like one should be just only winner. So here I'll be coming and there is written like else return. So simply write here like else return, and here I'll be writing return false, because then if it should be just not any of the ties, so it will be returning false and printing false at my terminal which I'm having here. So when you've done with that things, you have to do nothing, just it will be saved automatically. So here we have done that. Now here you have to define this thing like flip current player. So here you have to do like that. Okay, so till here I hope you understand that all things. Now here you have to do one thing, like you have to just come here, right here like flip, and here I'll be going and just writing that to like flip the current player. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here and writing that to like from X, and I'll be writing that 2, and here I'll be writing O, then I'll be coming here also and then writing that to like O to X, because here I have to define that all things here which I am writing. So simply when you've done that, you have to come here, then define def flip player, because here we have to define this flip player tag here, so from which we can define our player like it is X or O. So when you've done that, so I'll be coming here and writing like global, but here it should be just gap, then define global go here again, then I'll be writing global variables. So here I'll be going forward again, then I'll be writing we need, come underneath here, go here again, then write global current player. So here I'll be writing like global current, and I'll be writing that player. So simply when you've done with that thing there, you have to come here also again, then I'll be writing that to like if the current, and I'll be writing that to like if the current player was X. So here I'll be writing comma and then make it O, because now if the current player should be just X in our board or anything, then it will be just automatically make it O, because next turn should be just of O, so it will be just make it to O. So when you've done with that things here, I'll be coming and writing that to like if current player equal, then you have to do one thing, just change that to like equal X. So just you have to do one thing here, like just write it like that, then write current player equal, and I'll be writing that to O. So simply when you've done with that, just you have to do one thing here, come underneath here, then you have to do one thing here like or if the, this is simply right, or if the player, and here I'll be writing like or if the current player. So here I'll be writing or if the current player, and I'll be writing is, and then you have to come here again, then you have to write if the current player was O. So here you have to write comma again, then I'll be going here again, then I'll be writing make it X, because then first if it should be just of O, then it will be make it currently X, then I'll be writing if current player, and here I'll be just coming and here I'll be changing that to like equal O, then I'll be coming here also again, then when you've done with that things here, simply you have to do one thing, like here I'll be writing current player and I'll be writing equal, just change it to now X. So you can see we have defined that all things here. So simply when you've done that, you don't have to just save, because it will be automatically saved. And now when you've defined that all things, just you have to do another thing like, so here you can see we have defined that all things now. So when you've done with that all, just you have to do another thing like, now I will be just coming underneath here, and now if I just go to this file, and you can see till current player we have defined, I'll be just scrolling down and showing you. So you can see till current player we have defined. Now here I will be doing one thing, I'll be coming here and then I'll be going at the back, then just go here add to your previous file here, then I'll be coming and just here I'll be writing like start execution. So just write here like start, and I'll be writing here like execution. So first of all write correctly here start, and now I'll be writing that to execution. So when you're done with that things here, now here I'll be just coming and you can see just spelling is incorrect, so I'll be taken here. So it is good. Now here you have to just close that, and simply when you've done with that things, you have to just come here and just go here also again, then I'll be writing a comment which should be like play, and here I'll be writing play game of Tic Tac Toe. So when you've done with that things here, simply come underneath here now, and here I'll be writing the play game option now, because we have just made. So here we have to do some things again like we have just done till here. So when you've done with that all, just I'll be coming underneath here and just I'll be changing this to like left, but here first of all I'll be coming then writing playing game is good, but it should also be stopped. So it means like when you will be just writing this playing game is good but it should also be stopped, so it means like it will be just playing the game when you will be playing the game still, so it will be just means stopping your game at one time, because here you have to also stop your game here. You can't just do like your game is just going here. If you want to do, you can do that, but it's not good like if you just want to just take it unlimited time. So my opinion is to not to use here. Now here I'll be coming and writing like game is not good to play in game over error. So it means like it will be telling you like don't play the game in game over error, means when you will be just not means if you are just losing or second user wins. So here it will be just given a game over error, so just don't care about that and not play again and again this game, because if you do that, so your code will be just gone and it will be given error. You can't run your just React app, or you can see Python app we are making, so you can't run your Python game here. So just take care about that, it should be just running correctly. So when you've done with that things here, simply I'll be coming underneath here also and now here I will be changing this to like this tag here, and I will be just coming forward again. Then first of all I'll be just doing one thing like that. So you can see simply when you've done with that, just I'll be doing one thing like I'll be coming underneath here, then I'll be writing that to like just play game in one way. So it means like you have to just play your game in one way, so you don't have to do like again and again playing games in like 2 to 3 ways here. So there it's only one way to play games, like just X will be just first turn you have to play, then second turn will be of O, then you can just move on with many others like turns if you want to just take, and you can also take many other turns here. So till here I hope you understand that all things. So when you've done with that all, just you have to do another thing, come underneath here now, and when you've done with that all, just I'll be doing one thing, I'll be just writing here like this sign, then I'll be just coming underneath here also, and then I'll be changing this to like right here like play, and I'll be writing that to like Tic Tac Toe game is ready, but there are some like options to just play that, so I'll be writing some options to play. So when you've done with that, just you have to come underneath here, and then you have to write like option 1. So here you have to do like that, then here you have to write you should, and I'll be writing you should play the game correctly. Okay, so you don't have to just write and not give any error, and not give any error to console or terminal. So here I'll be writing to console or terminal. So when you've done that, just here you have to do like come here, and now here you have to write like you should play the game. Okay, so I'll be writing here also like you should play the game correctly. So here I'll be writing you should play in one way, not trying many ways to play. Okay, so I'll be writing that. So it means like it will be telling you like you should not play the game in one way, you should play game in one way, not try many other ways to just play that here. So other ways to play means if you want to play online, so you are also trying, if you want to play offline, so you're also trying. So only you can just choose one option to play like online or offline. So I am choosing offline because if I just made off online, so it will be take some time to just make. So simply when you've done that, I'll be coming and writing here like play the game, but some like you can say some things are really important to know. So here I'll be writing that, so important to know. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming and writing first, and I'll be writing first the game should be played correctly. So I'll be writing game should be played correctly. So here I'll be writing, but first of all you have to come forward, and I'll be writing that. So when you've done with that things here, simply you have to just do one thing, like here we have done that, so save that all things not is perfect, so you can just move on with these things here. So when you've done with that all things, you have to do one thing here also, like you have to come underneath here, and here you have to just write here like game should be perfect to play by another user. Okay, means anybody just come to your home and want to just play your game, so it should be just perfect made by you, and it should be just perfect play by another person or user. So when you've done with that thing, simply come underneath, and here you have to write like perfect game will be good to play and really good to run. So here I'll be writing really good to run, you can say. So when you've done that, I'll be coming underneath here, I'll be writing now like play play the game. So here I'll be writing play the game in, and here I'll be writing in terminal. Okay, so I'll be writing play the game only in terminal or console. So here I'll be writing or console. Okay, so when you've done that, just I'll be coming here now, and here I'll be writing one thing, like I'll be just first of all doing like going to top, and you can see we have defined still these things there which we want to. So when you've done with that all, just you have to do one thing, come underneath here, and still we have defined that all. So you have to need to do one thing, like I'll be coming here, and then I'll be writing like only game can run in, and I'll be writing terminal or console. So when you've done that, just you have to do one thing like that, you have to just write full stop after when you've written that all things there, simply write here and here, and then when you've done with that things here, you have to write here also, then here and here, and you have to do right. Okay, so now it is perfect, we can just move on with that thing. So when you've done with that, just I'll be coming underneath and write game can only played by one user, because it is official means it is not online game, so it is only played by one person here or user. This game contains many other options, you have to just learn about them. So I'll be writing you have to like you can say you have to learn about them. So here when you're done with that thing, simply I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be closing and coming underneath here, and I'll be writing here game is big, and I'll be writing like game is big to play, and it should also be confusing. So here I'll be writing it should also be confusing, but you have to play it properly. So when you're done with that thing, you have to close, and then when you've done with that things here, now I'll be coming underneath and creating a tag which will be input, and here I'll be writing play the game properly. So when you've done with that, so I'll be doing one thing, like coming underneath here, writing init tag in that, in which I'll be defining input, and in this input again I'll be writing here like play game, which I have just written, means with the underscore I'll be writing play game, but this p should be in small. So now write again play game tag. So when you've done with that things here, you have to simply press enter here to just come underneath that, and you can see till here we have defined that all things. So when you've done that, just you have to do one thing, like you have to come underneath here, and I'll be writing that to like input. So here I'll be just first of all going to top, and you can see till here we have defined. So here I'll be writing like false, and here I'll be writing that to like false true. And when you've done that, just you have to come underneath, write while loop, and just write here like else, and here I'll be coming here like another thing which should be just write while true, and in that while true I'll be just changing this to like input, and in this input I'll be writing like this is true. So when you've done with that thing, you have to just come here again, and then I will be changing that to like error. So here you have to write error, and in this error I'll be writing get the error what is coming. So here I'll be writing that. So simply here I'll be not writing this error with the brackets. First of all I'll be writing equal to, then I'll be writing, and I have to also print this error. So simply I'll be writing print error. So when you've done that, just come underneath create media equal, and here I'll be writing that to like run game, and here I'll be writing run game tic tac toe. Then here I'll be writing print media. So when you're done with that thing, simply I'll be coming underneath here also, and then I'll be changing this to like you can say just write here print, and I'll be just writing here like media. Now here when you've done that, just I'll be writing that to loop equal, and I'll be writing while loop contains tic tac toe game half. So when you've done that, just you have to do one thing, print this loop here at print. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here and writing input, and I'll be writing question is how to play tic tac toe game. So simply when you've done that, just I'll be coming underneath here and writing here another tag which should be init. In that I'll be defining input, so I can define this init with the grammarly. Then here I'll be writing like number is perfect to define in bold, which we have just made at the top, which we have made at the top. So when you've done that, just you have to come underneath here, and then here I'll be writing that to like error, and first of all I'll be writing that to like init, and in that I'll be writing error has been occurred. So here I'll be writing that. So when you've done with that thing, simply so here you have to do one thing, like I'll be going forward, coming underneath here, and I'll be changing that to like have equal, and then I'll be writing have you heard, and I'll be writing about tic tac toe game. So when you've done that, just simply I'll be coming underneath and just printing this have which we have written. So now when you've done that all things, and you can see we have defined that all things. Now if I just run, and you can see that we are just having some of the things like that enough. So you can see, so you can just run that all things from here. So you can see now it is running here, so you can just run and check that it is working or not. Stop here, run again, and you can see now you are having like x10, or there is also coming like position from 1 till 9. You can define that here. So if you do want to do, you can do that here. So you can define your position or everything. So I'll be closing simply from here until here. I hope you understand that all things. And now here you can also copy this code and paste that in your PyCharm text editor to just, if you want to work with your PyCharm text editor, copy that by pressing Ctrl C here. Go open your PyCharm text editor or any other which you are working with and just paste that in that. So simply I'll be opening that, and you can see it has opened. Paste all the code which you have just copied, and you can see we have just pasted all the code which I have just copied here, and it's looking good. So here I'll be doing one thing like erasing this thing which I have just written, and just erase that by writing this. So when you've done with that, just you have to simply do one thing like you have to run that by pressing run button here, and you can see there is coming else error. So here you can see that, so there is the else error, but here I'll be doing one thing, return. Come, press enter here, and then here I'll be writing that to else. So here I'll be writing like else, and then you have to write that. So simply when you've done with that things, here I'll be doing one thing like here I'll be just running that by pressing run button here, and you can see there is again error. So when you've done with that, so here I'll be doing one thing like, now when you just comfortable that, so you can just run that by pressing run button at the top. Just stop that by running, and you can also press Control Enter from here to run. And if you are not working with this, so you can open Replit again. Okay, and then you can just do one thing. Okay, so this is not Replit, so here it is Replit. So you can just open that again, and just you have to press start coding, and just first of all you have to sign in, sign up and log in. So I've just already do that all things, so because of that it's already created, and you can see now there has been created one Python file which I've just created previously. And when you will be having that, so you can just create your Python file from here by pressing that. You have to just select the language which you have to just create, like any of the languages are here. You can select any language, like if I write React, you can see there is also React.js, and you can select here like Node.js, Java, many other languages are coming here. You can select any of the language to work with, and here there are many other languages which you can just use to work with here. Then we are just working with Python, so because of that I've select Python, and you have to also select Python, so we can just understand that all thing which we are making. So still here I hope you stand that all things here. Now I'll be closing this. Okay, so here now you can see that we are just getting this thing, so you have to do like by pressing this close here. So now when you've done with that, and you can see we are just getting these things, I'll be closing, and now you can just run that by pressing run button here, and you can just run here by pressing that. So here when you've done with that thing, simply I'll be stopping that by pressing it again, because if this icon comes, so it means like you can stop that. So here you have to press that to stop. So when you've done with that thing, simply you have to do one thing like you have to come underneath here, and then I'll be going to top, and you can see we have defined that all things. So simply I'll be coming here again, then I'll be writing that to like here. So here I'll be just, when you've done that, so when you've done with that things, here I'll be just coming underneath and writing that to like another tag which will be having while loop true, but this t should be in capital. Then I'll be doing one thing like coming underneath, writing return none, which we have written at the top. So we have to return that. So when you've done that, just I'll be coming here writing if column, and I'll be writing if column 1, and I'll be just writing that to like that, and I'll be writing return board 0. So here I'll be writing, so when you've done that, I'll be writing that to like if column 2. So here we have to define that, and here I'll be again defining these things which I have defined at the top, but here now I'll be defining with the help of diagonal. So here you have to write diagonal, and here I'll be writing diagonal 1, and here I'll be writing like return board, and here I'll be changing that to 0. Then here I'll be writing diagonal tag again, in which I'll be writing to return board. So here I'll be writing like return board, and then I'll be writing 1 means 2. So when you've done that, so I'll be coming underneath here, I'll be writing diagonal, and I'll be writing that to 3. So when you've done that all this, I'll be writing return, and I'll be writing board. Just when you've done with that all thing, just I'll be changing that to 6. So when you've done with that all things, now you have to do one thing like you have to come here again, then I'll be writing return none. So here I'll be writing return none. So when you've done that, I'll be coming underneath here and changing this to like, first of all, here it is done. So you can see we have defined that all things which we need to. Now when you've done with that all, just you can check that it's working or not. Okay, so still here we can just work with all things which we need to. So you can just also go to settings, and like you can change its color theme here to dark, or you can also download some of the like things which you want to download, and you can also change its font size here. If I zoom out, okay, so zoom out here by pressing zoom out button. Okay, so now I've just zoom out these things which I have to just work with, but sometimes I have to zoom in also. So I can see now it is perfect. So when you've done with that all, just I'll be doing one thing here, like I'll be just scrolling down here, and here I'll be just coming, and here I'll be writing these things like that. So when you've done that, just I'll be zoom in again by pressing this button here. So simply you can see when you've done that all thing, just I'll be doing one thing, like here I'll be just changing this to like that, and you can see it is just coming now perfectly. So when you've done that, just I'll be changing it to zoom out again, so you can see we are having that. Okay, so now when you've done with that, so you can just do that codes here which we are just written, so you can also write. So if you want to just take it to capital, so you can just do large. You can see it as large. Take it huge, you can see it will be huge. So from large I think you can just see these things, but if I take it to huge, it will be just good to see of you all things these which I have just written. So here you can see, you can just see these things here by pressing that all, then you can see how good looking is that. And from here you can just run your code which you are writing here. So you can see now, you can see perfectly all the thing which I have just written. You can also insert a database from here to just run that, but I think you don't have to need database to just run that all things. And you can also insert some of the database things which you want to, or you can also set a value key here to just run that. And you can also insert that from here, or if you want to just delete a key which you have just already made, so delete that by pressing this delete key. Then if I scroll down, and you can also list your all the keys which you have just made in this file. So only you can just list the keys of one file here, so this is only one file list key, or you can also list a key of a prefix which you have just written. So still here when you've done that, just you have to go to this packages here and go to version control. So till here I hope you understand that all. And you can also like have a git repo if you are just having a git repository, so you can just link that with this replit which I'm just making this replit file. And when you will be linking that, so your git repository will be just showing here at the corner of this version control beta version of that. And you can just create a git repository if you don't have, or if you just have account of that, so you can just do that by pressing this existing git repository here. So when you've done with that, so here you can just go that and just check that's working or not. So simply when you've done with that things there, I hope you enjoy that all. So when you've done that, just you can just go to files and check that all thing which we are working with, like main.py, main.new.py. So here you can see we have just made that all things. Simply I'll be doing one thing here, like I'll be changing that to like comment. So if I do that, and here also simply, so first of all I'll be writing that, and when you've done that all, just I'll be writing, and here also simply like that, because here now I don't want this text. I was just checking that's working or not, but it is simply working, so I don't need now for that text. So I'll be now writing comments here, because now this is finish of text. So when you've done with that thing, simply I'll be coming here, and here I'll be writing that to like these tags. So when you've done with that things here, so you have to do one thing here, like I'll be coming here, and here when you've done that, just I'll be writing here also this hashtag, so from which it will be changing into like comments. Then here also, so simply you can see we have just changed everything into comments. So I'll be doing one thing, like I'll be coming here and I'll be writing return, and here I'll be writing like else return none. So simply right here, but it should be like that. So when you've done with that things, I'll be doing one thing, like coming underneath here, and I'll be writing here like this game should now be perfect to run. So here if I do that, simply come underneath here again, but here I'll be writing run. Then you have to just come here and I'll be writing game should be good. So when you've done that, just if I show you here, and you can see we have defined that all thing. So when you've done with that things here, simply you have to do one thing, like I'll be just coming underneath here and I'll be writing like game should be easy to play and easy to run. So when you're done with that thing here, simply I'll be coming underneath here, so just write that, and here I'll be closing that and coming underneath, and I'll be writing should be good or not. So here I'm writing that for the person who are just using. So when you've done with that all, just you have to come underneath here and then write here like print, and here I'll be writing print use this icon which you are working with. So here I'll be writing which you are working with. So when you've done that, just I'll be doing one thing, like you can just save that by pressing save button. And when you've done with that thing, just I'll be going to top here, and you can see we are just getting these things here, and it's perfect. You can see that. So when you've done with that thing there, you have to do one thing like I'll be just coming underneath here, and I'll be doing one thing like I'll be coming underneath, and I'll be just changing this to hashtag here and going forward here and just write a game is perfect. Yes, it is. So when you've done that, just here you don't have to close because this is a comment, so comments will not close here. So simply I'll be doing that, or you can also use another like repository if you don't do with that. If I go open YouTube here, so you can just go here and search on YouTube also, like what things do you want to just search about, and you can just see that all things. But simply I'll be closing that, and you can also check many other things. If I just come and write REPL, and if I write like internet ideally, press enter, and you can see there will be many internet. Okay, so here you have to write like ideally for, and I'll be just writing that internet. So here when you've done that, you have to do one thing like here I'll be only writing ideally, press enter, and you can see there will be coming the definition of ideally if you don't know about, and you can also download many other ideally. So you can write ideally or browser, press enter simply, and you can see there will be many of the ideally, but here you have to write like ideally for programming in browser. So when you've done that, just you have to press enter, and you can see you can just get started with ideally. Here you have to download that, but my opinion is to download ideally in Wordpad. But this project of Tic Tac Toe game was just for now not downloading here, it was working here. So because of that I am working in Replit here, so we can just work good here. So you can see we have just done with that thing. So simply when you've done that, just you have to do one thing here, like when you've done that, now it is done. So if I just run this, and here if I just show you here, so you can see we are getting that all things, but I'll be closing that again, stopping here, running again. So you can see we are just getting like X and choose a position from 1 till 9. So you can just choose any position. So here I'll be writing, if I write 1, so then our X which will be coming, like because like I'm telling you the first 10 should be of X. If I just write 1, you can see the X is coming in 1, and from that you can select any location if you want to just put on. So here if I just select it to 5, press enter, and you can see O is now in center because 5 is just coming in center of that. Now if I just define that to like, you can say it, I'll be defining that to 2, so simply it is coming at the center. Then I'll be defining that to 3, and it is coming here. And if I change that to like 6, so it is coming at the right side of this O which is just written here. So now I'll be changing that to 7, simply enter, and you can see O1 because it is just making that. So like that you can work with. If I close that again, run it again, and you can just play that again. So if I write 2, and you can see it is working 1, then here I'll be writing like 5 simply, then I'll be writing 3 and change that to 8. So you can see now X is 1, so there is written X1. And if I just make it to tie, okay, so just run here, and just I'll be writing like 1 here, then 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, then change that to 5, and here 6, then here it should be not 7, so here it should be 8, and if I change it to like 9, and it should be now 7. So you can see now there is written X1 because it's wants. Okay, so we have to just tie here, so run that here again. Then we have to write here like 5. Okay, so it is not things like that, so I'll be writing 5, then simply you have to change that to 1. Then when you've done that, just you have to change that to like 3, change that to 7, and when you've done that, just you have to do one thing here, like you have to change that to now 4. So you can see now it is 4. Now I'll be changing that to like 6, and here I'll be changing that to like 9. So if I do that simply, so you can see it is changing into 9, then I'll be changing into 8, and here I'll be changing into 2. So you can see now there is certain tie because now it is tie, nobody wants. So like that you can work with. And here you can also see many other things, like you can see now it is working really good, and you can also work with many other things in your game of Tic Tac Toe. So you can see successfully we have just made our Tic Tac Toe game in Python. So I hope you understand this game, and I hope you also enjoyed this project like you're enjoying my previous project of Python, and this game also like you're enjoying my previous. I've just already uploaded this Tic Tac Toe game on my channel, you can check that one also, but this is the latest which I've just worked with Replit, etc. But previously I've just worked with Atom, etc., in which we are not getting so much quality of good or features like that, and the previous video is also not containing a video quality of much better and the sound quality. So because of that I made again, so I can just zoom my codes and show you, because many comments coming like your codes are not zoomed. So I hope you enjoy that. So just practice at all project we are working with. So here I hope you'll be a good programmer of that. And you have to also come on my clone, which I'm making live stream again and again. So just join that and just practice at all things we are working with. So I hope you'll be a just good programmer of this Python, which I'm just working with. And I'll be also uploading Python tutorial, not just tutorial further on. I hope you enjoy that also. So just I'll be meeting you in next project. So for today, good bye.